Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this look at Adobe Bridge CS5. There's one more thing that I want to show you here, and that is collections. Seems all the way along, all the way back to Mini Bridge anyway, I've been talking about collections, and finally I'm going to show you what collections are all about. So what's up with collections? Well, what I did, first of all, is I restored the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the bridge interface, so I have this stuff back here. And I see a collections tab. So I'm going to go ahead and click on collections. We have a collections panel. Now, what's collections? Well, you can use collections really for whatever you want, a particular job or a particular project that you're working on that you want to gather related images into some kind of a view. I guess you could think of it as sort of another way to filter a view in sort of a loose way anyway. So I'm going to show you two different kinds of collections. I'm going to show you a regular old collection, and then I'm also going to show you how to create something called a smart collection. So check this out. What I'm going to do here is down at the bottom of the collections panel, I'm going to click on this fella here, new collection, and it's asking me here if I want to include the selected files in my new collection, because I have a selected file here inside the main content view of Bridge. I'm going to say no, because I want to give my new collection a very specific name. So I'm going to call this Cartoons. Okay, perfect. Something like this. Now, you can see in the main view here, we have no items to display. There are no items inside my Cartoons collection. Well, that's no good. We need to go and add in some images into our Cartoons collection. So let's go and do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to navigate back one step, just using my toolbar here up at the top, back up into my project files folder. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit, and I'm going to look for some cartoons. There we have Scientist 1. I'm going to hold down Command here on the Mac or Control on the Windows side, and I'll select Scientist 2. And I think we have a robot. Oh, there he is, robot.jpg. Let's grab that guy as well. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and drop these guys into my cartoons collection. And you can see there in brackets, I now have 3 files added to cartoons. Great. Now, what does that actually mean? It actually doesn't mean a whole lot. I haven't moved these files. I haven't duplicated them to a different location or anything weird or oddball like that. But now what I can do is I can come along and I can say, hey, show me all the cartoons that I have inside my cartoons collection. So I'll click on my collection there, and now I see my 3 images, right? Pretty cool. So, I mean, you could create collections again for different projects you're working on, or maybe different types of photos, architecture, or a trip to New York City, or something like this, right? Pretty neat. Now, let's have a look at creating something called a smart collection. So what I'll do here is, once again, I'll back up. I'm going to back up one level there, all the way back out to where we started. I'm now going to click on this icon here, New Smart Collection. Go ahead and do the same there. Now we get this Smart Collection dialog box showing up. Where do I want to look? Well, I want to look inside my Project Files folder. Now, what criteria do I want to use? Do I want to use file name, date created, date modified, file size, and on and on and on. So in other words, I can specify the criteria that I want to use to automatically add images into this thing called a smart collection. If you've ever messed around with smart playlists in iTunes, it's the same sort of idea, right? As a matter of fact, you can use the little plus icon over on the right-hand side to add additional criteria. Any files that were created on such and such a date that have such and such a color space, for example. Now I'm going to give you a really simple example here. My criteria is going to be, you guessed it, keywords. So I'm going to use keywords here. The keywords contain, and I'm going to say animals. Perfect. Match. If any criteria are met, include any subfolders, include non-indexed files. I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. All right, now we have a new smart collection created, indicated by the new icon there, and there's our 2 files that automatically got added in, our 2 files that have the keyword animals applied to them, right? So I'm going to name my new smart collection Animals. That's all there is to it. Collections and smart collections. Pretty straightforward stuff. So again, I hope you've enjoyed this look at Adobe Bridge. Lots and lots of fun. What I'm going to do at this point, though, is I'm going to click on my boomerang icon because I want to go all the way back to Adobe Photoshop, and I hope you're ready now for some Photoshop CS5.